Hey guys, ReaperGamez here with another OU session battle. Today we'll be using a new team, and I will be playing Chris. So let's get a hop right in there. I'm gonna send him a message because I find most of my battles on Showdown. So all right. So looking at my opponent's team, I have a pencil, so I'm gonna actually write it down. We see Conk, we see Talonflame, we see Gengar. Looks like Mega Magnetric. We see Fortress, which is probably lead. And we see Dragonite. So, looking at my opponent's leads, he's obviously probably going to lead the... Oh... This is a Sun team, so we're running Espeon, Lando, Conk, Clefable, Venusaur, Charizard. So this team works pretty well in the Sun, and that's what it's meant to do. The Espeon's supposed to Baton Pass, Calm Minds into the Charizard, and that's pretty much how it's supposed to work. But, looking at my opponent, I think I'm going to lead the Conk, just to kind of counter his lead, and my other two leads can pretty much get up late game rocks or late game calm minds. So we're just going to kind of see what we can do here, and I think the Conk is our best lead because we can Drain Punch and just put a dent in that fortress. So I lead the Conk here, and my opponent is going to just lead Mega Magnetric. So that does honestly suck because we're going to get the Intimidate, but I really don't think he has anything to touch us, so I'm just going to Drain Punch. So, pretty decent. Like, he didn't lead what we thought he was going to lead, and the Intimidate will hurt, but I see no point in just staying and Drain Punching just to see what my opponent is going to do. Because Magnetric is... Conk is really like, its special defense with Assault Vest is pretty decent, so... Taking this Intimidate is not going to, like, affect us too much. He's going to Volt Switch out, so let's see. Let's eat up that Volt Switch. Ah, that was a crit. Wow. Okay, so Conk might go down to a crit. Might go down because of crit. But, you know what? I think we're good. I think we are honestly going to do pretty decent in this match. The point goes out to his own Conkeldurr. So, we are going to get off a Drain Punch, but it's probably not going to do that much against my opponent's own Conkeldurr. So, we're kind of at a disadvantage here because if we Conk, there's really nothing we can do with Conk. So, he's probably running the same Conk set that I'm running, so the best switch-in is probably Clefable or going out to our own Landorus. So I think we're going to switch out into our own Landorus, hoping that he doesn't predict us to switch out into Lando and hit us with an Ice Punch. So we do get off the Intimidate. Can we hurt this Conk? No, he does predict the Ice Punch. Can we eat up an Ice Punch? Okay, so we take that fairly decently. Enough to the point where we can just U-turn out. Do we want to U-turn out? We don't have Stealth Rocks. Huh. Could just Earthquake. You know what? We're just going to Earthquake because I don't... He has the Talonflame, but I think an Earthquake does hurt him. It doesn't kill, but he does go for the knockoff, which we eat up, and the Rocky Helmet does take out the Conk. So the Conk is not needed anymore. Conk is done, so we don't have to worry about the Conk. It's getting marked off my list. So, out comes the Talonflame, and this is honestly... We have a switch in for the Talonflame. We have the Conk, we have the Clefable. Clefable could probably eat it up. But honestly, Landorus are probably our best switch in, so I think I'm just going to stay out in the Lando and just go for Rock Slide. Just trying to... Just letting the Lando go down here. So we do lose our Lando thanks to the Conk, but... I mean, there's nothing we could really do here. He does run lefties, so he's not choice banded in, and so that means we could live some decent damage. I think going out to the Charizard is probably our best bet. Fable eat. Yeah, I think Charizard's probably our best bet here. We've lost our only real defensive wall, so the Talonflame's gonna hurt. But I think if we go out to the Charizard, get up the Sun, and just go for a nice and powerful Flamethrower, I think we'll be okay. Because I just want to see if we can honestly eat up a Brave Bird. Or maybe we can kill with the Flamethrower, I don't know. I don't know why we did this. Probably not the smartest idea. So Flamethrower. Does okay damage, I'm guessing. He's gonna just Swords Dance. Swords Dance Brave Bird. I wonder if he's gonna get greedy. I'm gonna Flamethrower. Looking for like a crit or something. Nope. So we're just kind of, honestly, kind of screwed with this because this thing is going to deal so much damage to something on our team. And I honestly don't want it to let it be the Charizard, but Charizard just needs to keep flamethrowing. Oh, if my opponent's going to have to go for a Rooster. Or Brave Bird, I'm guessing, but it's like, if you Brave Bird, and I somehow live, you're donezo. So my opponent is just going to go for a Roost here. I wonder if my opponent's actually going to get greedy and go for another Swords Dance. Okay, so predicting my opponent to get greedy and go for another Swords Dance to kind of set up sweep, I'm going to go for an Air Slash, hoping to get maybe a flinch. Nope, my opponent is just going to Roost. Now it's almost back to full HP. Sunlight fades. So I think my opponent might get greedy here. And if I lose to a Talonflame sweep, I'm done. There's the Brave Bird. We might honestly lose our Charizard here. Yep, the Charizard had no chance of living. I think I'm going to go out to the Espeon. And Psyshock. My opponent is just going to Roost. But the key is I'm Focus Sashed here. So if you Roost, then it honestly does not matter. I'm living whatever you had thrown my way. It's just, can I kill? My opponent is just going to go for the Brave Bird, and we are going to kill because we're Focus Sashed. And the recoil is going to bring it within death range, so we do survive the potential Talonflame sweep. So down goes the Talonflame. We lost. We lost two Pokemon pretty much just to kill the Talonflame. All my opponent has left is the Mega Magnetric, the Dragonite, the Gengar, and the Fortress. Fortress doesn't really do anything, and Mega Magnetric is scary. What do I have left? Like a Fable. I think I'm just gonna let my Espeon go down here. If I let my Espeon go down here, then I can get switch. I can bring in something on whatever he brings in. Out comes the Dragonite. Honestly, best switch in for the Dragonite is the Clefable. And I think we are going to set up Stealth Rocks at this point. No, we have to Moonblast. We have to Moonblast. My opponent is just gonna go for the Earthquake. How much damage is that gonna do? Please tell me you eat it up, Clefable. Yes, you do. You're amazing, Clefable. This Moonblast is going to hurt my opponent. So that brings him in death range without the multi-scale. So that is honestly really decent. Because now we can soft boil, predicting him to switch out. Because looking at the damage, he's not living it. If he knows multi-scale, then he knows he's not living that. So I think soft boil here is probably our best bet. So he is just going to go for an Earthquake. That had to be a crit. Or max damage? What? Were you weakness policy? I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you... I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Yeah, oh, maybe your choice banded. We're pretty much, we lose. Because we can't beat the Mega Manectric with anything on our team now. Sludge Bomb. We don't pack Synthesis, so we literally cannot win. Go for another turn to sleep. But letting that Talonflame set up kind of screwed us over. We should have saved Orlando for that. Okay, so the Dragonite's down. We have the Gengar left to deal with and this thing. So I could probably switch in on this, hoping that he burns me, but... honestly, the only way we can actually pull this back is if we get burned on the conch. If he goes for a Flamethrower and we get burned, then we're good. Please, let me see that burn. No. Okay, so I have to Drain Punch here. I think he's gonna Volt. I think he's gonna Volt Switch out into the... okay, so honestly, Knock Off's the safer play. Oh, what did you Volt Switch out into? A Fortress. I'm honestly okay with this. As we outspeed, we can Drain Punch and gain back a lot of health. Oh no, you cheeky bastard. What did you go out into? No, the Gengar! And we lose because of that play. My opponent made an amazing switch, and we ended up losing because we can't... I clicked Ice Punch, but I didn't mean to. So we are going to lose because, like, that play won him the game. We should have, like, double knocked off, but, like, honestly, at that point, there was nothing we could do. So we are going to take a first loss with this team, and I'll see what I can do with it. But this team needs some work. It needs some work to be an honest-to-God good Sun team. So I'll see what we can do, but at this point, it's just a GG. We lose here, and there's just nothing we can do. My opponent played very well. That switch is kind of what lost us. We shouldn't have let the Talonflame switch up, but I think having the Espeon on this team is just not good. We need a better lead. And I think leading... yeah, I just don't think Espeon's a good thing for this lead, for this team. So maybe we'll drop the Espeon for a different lead, but if you guys did enjoy OU session... I think this is session 4, and yeah, I mean we have to edit this team, so it depends. We took down 3 Pokemon, so it was just a 3-0. So yeah, it just sucks sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta work with a team. So we'll edit the team and see what we can do with it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, guys, stay happy.